Hello, I just want to demonstrate a use case which I've been working through. I haven't perfected it yet, but basically the use case is I want to be able to use a monitor that's within the domain of my autocue, whereby it's projecting up what the program out image is, and also to be able to switch easily to autocue so I can seamlessly swap between them should I need to do so in a live sense. So let me just give you a outline of the environment. Now, the environment at the moment is I've got this here is the Stream Deck. I've got a camera here, which is an iPhone, which is creating this back shot here. This is the back shot. So there's the iPhone just above me, and I'm seeking to use that to show you what's happening on the autocue. I've also got a camera here, a rostrum camera here, which will allow me to show you what I'm using on the Stream Deck. So basically, I'm using these three keys as the primary function of being able to switch the autocue in a way that I want to. I'm not totally familiar with the buttons, so I may make a mistake here, but I'm just using this as to demonstrate what this can do, and also it's a learning curve for me. So let me just go through the different cameras that I have at the moment. I've got a rostrum camera there, which is remotely about 7 or 8 foot away from me, pointing down to the ATEM Mini Extreme. I've got this camera here, which is the camera, my main camera. I always like to talk to this camera because it's at the right height in terms of the context of my setting. I've got this camera here, which is just a wide shot to give you an idea of the environment. So I was able to show you this particular camera pointing down to the Stream Deck here, and the phone here pointing over to the autocue. That's the Stream Deck, and then I've got the iPhone. So basically I'm using 5 cameras here to do this. I'm also going to switch between the different elements of it so I can actually show you how I'm able to change from an environment. So let's imagine now at some moment in time, and what I'm going to do in order to do that, I'm going to attempt to switch to I'll go to this particular wide camera here. I'm going to switch to here and do a cut. And in that cut I've switched to, so that's successful. I'm quite happy that the super source cut is going well. I've just got a few of the cameras there. So the top, depending on how you look at this, left or right. So I'll just say the one that the major sort of top framing of me, for me, is the top left-hand corner. So that's looking into this camera. I've also got to this side of it here, just there. This is the back image from the iPhone, which will show you what I'm seeing through the monitor. At the moment, through the monitor, I'm looking at the multi-view, which is going out on OBS at the moment. I've got the wide lens here, or the wide camera, the ZV-1, which is actually showing you the context shot here, and the other one's down to the Stream Deck. So that's the environment. So what I'm going to do is I'm now going to switch, as you can see, to the autocue on, and what you'll see if you look in there, sorry, let me get this right. If you look in here, you'll see this switch. When I hit the autocue on, it switches to the autocue. So you can see the autocue is coming on. So I'm now going to press this so I can actually control the autocue. And if I want to, I could read the autocue. So for example, I read a little bit of this. In a similar way, you should have examples of level 1 and level 2 headings and paragraph styles. You will be expected to have at least 7 different types of references. For example, a book, a journal, a web presence, 3 or more authors, a government paper, periodicals, and so on. So you can see I can pause this and control that autocue as and when I needed to it. So let me just switch to the autocue as it is, which is, let me get this right. Well, you can see it in there, so I don't need to do that. So let me just go back to this particular camera here and cut to that, which works very well indeed. So you can see that's the way that's working, and it's working quite well. So I've got the ability using the autocue to be present when I want it and be able to face the camera as is. So what I'm going to do now is the autocue, let me just go back to here. You can see the autocue is still on. But when I actually switch now over to my main camera here, I can still see the autocue, so I can read it. So if I set the autocue going, I can read the autocue going. If you successfully apply the styles, you should be able to automatically paginate the document and provide an automatic table of figures and contents. If you use the word referencing tool correctly, your referencing should also be automatically created and good enough to be acceptable for this module. At the very least, it'll prevent plagiarism problems in most of other modules. However, let me reiterate that you should also make sure your referencing conforms to the University Harvard citation system. So you can see there that it actually works extremely well. I'll just cut to the camera that I want. As you can see, I'm just getting used and familiar with cutting. Let me go back to the, I'll just go back to the super source now, switch that on and cut to the super source, and that's worked very well indeed. So you can see it's a very flexible system. It takes a bit of while getting your head around it. It even takes a bit of while getting used to the buttons and using the buttons in such a way that they actually make sense. So that's basically it. I hope that's been useful. I haven't shown you how to set this up. I'm just looking at a use case scenario. I may later on want to do some deep dive on how to do these things. There are people out there who do amazing jobs on this. Here to Record is one that comes off the top of my mind. He's been very good and been able to put a lot of this stuff together, and he has 3 or 4 other colleagues in his group that he's able to generate really good content for this. This is just my little journey into it. It may not be significant for most people out there, but it's something I would like to do, to have that smoothness of being able to switch between what's on the screen and to switching to autocue. I hope that's been useful. If you actually think it's been useful, you may wish to like, comment and subscribe if you wish to do so. And in general, I do my best in a sense to create content which I think will be useful. So many thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. And you lot take care, and bye for now.